Hi Aries, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing a bonus reading for you guys. You had the highest viewership last week, so I'm giving you guys a bonus reading. I am going to start by letting you know that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Aries out there. So guys, just take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind that the energies can reverse. So if it is resonating, Aries, get in where you fit in, but as always, don't try to force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Aries? Aries. That's too many. Give me the energy for the sign of Aries. All right, Aries, you are starting out with the Emperor. Very nice. You're in your power there, and that's a very high vibrational energy. We have the Eight of Cups in reverse, and then coming out together, we have the Five of Pentacles reversed along with the King of Pentacles. So it looks like you're either hoping somebody returns to you or you're thinking about returning back to someone. I do feel like you feel like this is very positive, though. Somebody within this connection walked away, either you or the other person. But I feel like you do want to get back together with somebody. There's an energy here of wanting to reunite after going through a very difficult period, feeling a lot of loss. And it does look like you're offering commitment here. There's some sort of a line. I'm hearing lifeline, but that doesn't quite seem right. There's some sort of a line. There's some sort of connection that you have with somebody that you've been holding on to. I'm also seeing that you guys are really working very hard right now. It could have been that there was a financial loss that you've incurred and you're kind of backtracking on something to figure out what happened there. So there's an energy of you putting a lot of hours into your work or your however you make your money. But I do feel like you're feeling very empowered here, and I do like that. The Emperor is major arcana for Aries. Let me see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Aries energy. Show me who's in Aries energy. All right, so the person in your energy, we have the Four of Swords reversed. We have the King of Wands. You could be dealing with another fire sign, another Aries like yourself, or a Leo or a Sagittarius. And then we have the Seven of Cups. So this is somebody that definitely is very passionate about you. I feel like this is someone who you may have been on a break with. I see it in your energy. I see it in theirs. But they are passionate about you. It's a very attractive person. This is somebody that people enjoy being around. They gravitate towards this person. And I do feel like they have options here. But I feel like they want to talk to you. So either you have recently talked to this person or you want to, or they want to talk to you, because there's this energy here of communication after a pause. I do see that there's some confusion. This person is feeling a little bit confused right now. So let me see the energy between Aries and this person. The Ace of Wands. Yeah, they want to talk about getting back together. Some of you guys could be in leadership positions, or you could own a business. And I feel like whatever it is that you do for a living, you are passionate about. But I feel like you both want this connection. Now, you could have recently come together with this person. It could have been a connection that has started out very sexual, because this is very sexual energy here. Let me see. Show me what is affecting this connection. Because I can tell that this person, Aries, is really, really very attracted to you. Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. That's a loss. It could be an ending of something that is long-term as well. We'll clarify that. Now, I do see that there was something that caused the two of you to go into non-communication. But this could also be an ending elsewhere. So we'll clarify it. Let me see the outcome but it is affecting the connection. Show me what is the outcome for Aries, please. Show me the outcome for Aries. Queen of Cups in the reverse. All right, so you have feelings. You both have feelings for each other. This person's feeling kind of confused about their feelings. And I feel like, you know, you're kind of holding back emotionally. So there's this emotional distance that is here between the two of you. You could be dealing with a Pisces, Scorpio, or a Cancer sign as well. Bottom of the deck is the Three of Cups, and that is underlying energy. So again, that does speak to the possibility of a reconciliation. It can also indicate going out with family, friends, socializing as well. So let's clarify, Aries. Spirit, why is the Emperor here for Aries? Okay, so the Five of Pentacles. Now, in the bottom energy, the Five of Pentacles goes into reverse. So you have definitely felt a loss here. You're very strongly attracted to this person, but you could also question whether or not this is a toxic connection, primarily because it looks like it's a very sexual connection. I do feel like either you walked away and left this person out in the cold, or they did, but there's this sense of deep, deep loss, and then wanting to recover that loss. I also am seeing in your energy, Aries, unrelated to the love reading, I am seeing that you could have incurred some sort of a loss financially because of some sort of toxic behavior, not necessarily on your part, but some sort of toxicity caused a financial loss, it looks like, and now you're having to recover that. And that's just a side note. Let me see why this Eight of Cups is in reverse. Yeah, so you haven't been investing in this. I do feel like you'd like to talk to this person. There is this lack of communication. There's a blockage here. For some of you, that blockage could be caused because of another connection, or that blockage could have been due to finances. I am definitely seeing something about finances in your energy. Almost feeling like your finances are being a little bit blocked as well. I do feel like if you walked away from them, you blocked them. Or they blocked you if they walked away. I do feel like you also want to come back together with this person. Let me see this bottom energy, because that's going to tell us a lot. Clarify this bottom energy for Aries. Clarify the bottom energy for Aries. All right, so we have the Ten of Wands reversed, we have the Lovers in reverse, and the Wheel of Fortune reversed. All right, so you want to resolve the problems. Either you chose to go in another direction, possibly even with someone else, or they did. Somebody walked away from this connection, blocked the other person, and it was a very big decision. It was either a decision between two, or it was just a big decision in love. However, I feel like you haven't moved on from this person. I feel like you haven't moved on. You would like to come back together with them. Some of you could be dating or just going out with family and friends and socializing, getting yourself back out there. Let's look at their energy. Because what I'm seeing here is that you're afraid that this might be a toxic connection. And I want to know why you're feeling that way. And I'm also seeing that one of you walked away, and it's not clear to me yet who did. Let me see why this Four of Swords is in reverse. All right, we have the Two of Wands, and we have the Four of Cups reversed. Yeah, this person wants to talk to you because they're afraid you've moved on. They definitely want to talk to you. I haven't seen that they're actually doing it, although they may have reached out for some of you. They're making plans to bring this back together, though. Yeah, because they feel like it's going to be a missed opportunity if they don't. And they know that time is not on their side right now. So let me see. They're choosing you. Why is this King of Wands here? Why is this King of Wands here? All right, Four of Wands, Page of Pentacles reversed. Interesting. I'm wondering if this person was involved in another connection, Aries, because they're showing up here with the Four of Wands. Now, that can indicate that they're working on their stability, but they may not have been able to offer you anything because they were involved with someone else. This does look like it was a highly sexual connection. They're still very, very attracted to you. And I do feel like they were the one who likely walked away from this connection. And I do feel like they're feeling the loss. They're feeling the deep loss. So that's where this toxic energy is coming from. So let me see why the Seven of Cups is here. You may have walked away from each other, but this person is showing up as somebody who is involved elsewhere. All right, so we have the Eight of Swords reversed, and we have the Ace of Swords. Yeah, they want to talk to you. They feel like talking to you is what's going to relieve their worry. So this person is thinking about you constantly. They're looking at all the options of what they can do. You know, they're trying to make plans. They want to talk to you, and they feel like that's going to relieve all the anxiety that they're feeling. They feel like that having a conversation is going to, you know, resolve the problems, get them out of their head. There's something about them freeing themselves as well that they want to talk to you about. So, and they're looking at options to do that. Show me the Ace of Wands. Show me the energy between Aries and this person. Show me the energy between Aries and this person. Okay, so the two of you had conflict. Yeah, because, okay, so what's toxic is somebody was behaving like they were single even though they were not. Yeah, there could also be some codependency that needs to be looked at. So just, you know, if it's not for you, just let it go to whoever it is. But there's somebody out there who has some codependency issues that need to be addressed as well. But I feel like this person was behaving as if they were single when they indeed were not. Conflict erupted about it because they were putting you in competition with someone else. And now this person is like, I hope Aries has not moved on. They want a new beginning with you. And I feel like you still have feelings for them as well, but you just don't want the toxic element that's here. Let's see why this Ten of Pentacles is in reverse. All right, Judgment in reverse and the World in reverse. So they may be trying to figure out how to leave another connection. Yeah, they didn't have anything of substance to offer to you because they were involved elsewhere. So they may be trying to figure that out. They're looking at their options. They're looking at what they need to do. But there's something here, another connection that is unresolved. It's not over. So I feel like they tried to start something with you before they had completed something else. Now, is it their intention? That's what it looks like. They're trying to free themselves from another connection. You're looking at it and you're saying, no, I can't invest in this anymore. I do want this person to come back, but only if they're available. I don't want to be, you know, involved in third-party energy. You do have feelings for them. You do want to work things out, but only if they can legitimately offer you, you know, some sort of commitment or, you know, at least a beginning. So I feel like you're afraid of making a poor judgment call with this person. I also feel like, you know, you're not going to have it unless, you're not going to have any kind of reunion unless this person is free and single. Yeah, you'll block them otherwise. So, and a lot of you could be dating at this point. Let me see, and they know that too, or they're suspecting it. Let me say it like that. They're suspecting that. All right. We have the Magician. We have the Seven of Wands in the reverse. And we have the Five of Cups reversed. So you're both feeling a little bit powerless. You have all these feelings and emotions and really know where to put them at this particular time. I don't feel like there's communication right now. You may have actually even blocked this person. So even if they reached out, they may have found that, you know, they were blocked. However, that being said, all of this is like in the to be continued kind of energy. because I don't feel like you're completely over them. They're not completely over you. They're trying to figure out how to free themselves. They do want to talk to you. There is a chance that this person might reach out to you, but I have to say there's still a cycle here with another individual or another situation, possibly, that is not resolved for them yet. And it could be financial. It could be this person, it could be about finances, or it could be about a child as well. But you're both kind of feeling a little powerless, like you've got all these feelings, but nowhere to quite put them. I do feel like you're manifesting this person. You don't want to have any conflict with them. They don't want any further conflict with you. But I feel like you're not completely over this person. I feel like you're manifesting them, you know, a return. And in the meantime, you're working on your finances. You're working very hard. And this person in your energy, they've gone through a really sad time. I do feel like they're wondering if you still have feelings for them. Are you still available? Are you with someone else? And I feel like they know that they're going to have to reach out to you, Aries, in order to find out, you know, the answer to all those questions. So I do feel like they're questioning themselves deeply right now, but they've just got some unresolved things that they do need to handle. Now, the bottom of the deck, again, we have the Ace of Wands. So I do feel like there is a very, very strong pull that you have towards this person. It looks like this was a very passionate connection. I do feel like if they came to you in the right energy, that you would like to reconcile, but you don't want any more of the toxic energy. So let's pull you an oracle card and see if there's some further messages. All right, so it says, giving birth. I am bringing forth new and dynamic energy into the world. So it could be that somebody out there, one of you guys may have gotten pregnant as well. You know, only take that, of course, if it applies to you. Give me just a second. I'm going to find that. It's a little bit harder to find in this deck. All right, so the meaning of the card is it's time to launch a new project. The ideas that have been gestating within you are ready to manifest. With attentive care and feeding, miracles can abound. The universe wants you to know that perhaps there is a quality project or talent within you that wants to be born. You've been nurturing and caring for it, and this is the perfect moment to share it with the world. Release it and let it soar. Give birth to your hopes and dreams. Timing is everything, and the time is now. So a few questions you might want to ask yourself. Is there anything I've been putting off that I need to birth into my life? Is there something I've put forth that I regret or haven't acknowledged? And then the final question is, am I ready to birth a new way of expressing myself into the world? All right, Aries, I hope that this has been helpful for you. If you've resonated with this reading, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. And until I see you in your next reading, Aries, know that you are loved, and namaste.